guys, it's Bren. It's dark out right now. I try to never film, at least on this channel, when it's dark out. So I apologize for the lighting, but it's getting dark so early. It's 6:27 right now. I didn't get home until 6 o'clock. I had to put groceries away, and it's just like, I gotta do it today. I've had no time this weekend. I have no time the rest of this week. I've been gone for a little bit, I know. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know that's because I got in a car accident, which was not at all my fault, but my car got totaled, which was awful. I loved that car, and I've just been going through hell with all of that. So I've been just fighting with the insurance company about the value of the car and trying to find a new car, which I have to go to the dealership tomorrow. I have to go back to the dealership, I should say, and figure that out. So my life has just kind of been sucking a lot lately, but I made a video on my other channel all about that if you feel so inclined to check that out. Here tonight, and I have a light shining right on me, by the way, so that's why the shadows are just ridiculous, but I'm doing the best I can here. Now you have the dog eating in the background, so that's cool too. But I have a haul for you, so that's the good news, is that I am back with a lot of stuff to talk about, even though I've been gone for a little bit. So there was a candle sale this weekend, and I did finally get to go. I hadn't been to a BBW in forever, and the store by me, even though a lot of these candles weren't scheduled to come out until today, the 29th, they did have most of them out on Saturday. Some of them I had to ask for, but they were able to get them from the back for me. So I'll show you everything that I got, and we'll kind of talk about it. We'll do some cold sniff reviews and try to forget about the crappy part of life for a while. So I'll start with the repeats. I had gotten plenty of candles in test when I went to Ohio to get these when they first came out, but I had to grab a few more. So I got another blueberry sugar, which I think puts me at like 3 of last year's version and 2 of this year's version. I've been getting a lot of people asking me if I've burned the new version and if it's as good as last year or the same. Honestly, I haven't, because I'm trying to use up the partially burned one I have from last year. I don't want to light another one from this year, especially when I only had one. If I do light this year's version and notice any difference, I will let you know probably on Instagram, but I don't know that I will. I mean, it smells exactly the same scent-wise. It has to be the same. So yeah, I just never even thought to burn this year's, that people might care about that. Sorry. But I also picked up another orange chocolate truffle, which is 4 for me. I feel like it just got darker. There we go. 4 total, and that might be enough. I might grab another one like on Candle Day or something if they're still around. My bad. This scent is so good on cold sniff. Oh, it's so good. It's not quite as great burning, but it's still good burning. I still recommend it. I've already done my post-burn review on this candle, so check out that review. All the candles that I brought home that day had like little tiny wicks that were kind of off center, and the candle did have puny wick syndrome. This one looks like it might be better, I'm hoping. I don't know. When I get done with the one I'm currently burning, I'll probably try this one next to see if it's any better. From that collection, I also wanted to grab a frosted cake pop, another one, which I have, I think, like 3, including my partially burned one from test. But that one didn't pass test, I guess. Like, it's not coming out, and I'm very disappointed because it wasn't mind-blowingly awesome. Like, I think the chocolate orange is more unique, and I'm very happy that that one did come out. But the frosted cake pop was still good. It smelled a lot like vanilla bean marshmallow, but with some cherry in it. And, you know, I did a review for that if you're curious, but it sucks that that one didn't come out. Also, what didn't come out was popcorn and pine. Apparently that one also failed test, and that was so kind of weird and unique, but I liked it, and I was going to get another one. And I know Sean really likes that one too. So I guess those 2 failed test, if you want to say that. And that stinks. That stinks. So I think, oh, well, actually, there is another scent that's a reoccurring scent that I picked up. Do I want to skip ahead to that? Yeah, sure. Okay. So I grabbed the cinnamon Pinecone. And there's this whole line that's in this iridescent packaging. Iridescent is like the thing now. It's the big trend, and Bath & Body Works is, you know, gonna get in on it, just like they got in on the marble thing and everything was marble for a little bit. Now everything's iridescent. I also have this pedestal. I'll show you that again at the end of the video. But the thing that is kind of about these is that the wrapper is just like a shrink wrap. And so it doesn't go all the way to the bottom and you could like peel it off. It would be so much cooler if like the glass was actually just iridescent. Still looks kind of cool, but I don't know. Definitely in this collection, the prettier ones were the darker colored wax. But I picked up a cinnamon pine cone. This scent came out a couple of years ago and I bought one. And I believe that I reviewed it, but then I gave it to my mom because it was like for her. I had actually bought it for her. And then it didn't pass test. So sometimes you see things can fail test, but then come back later. So, you know, who knows? We might see frosted cake pop or popcorn and pine in the future. But this one failed test, but it did come out in a wallflower that year nationwide. Now it's out, and I wanted to pick one up for myself because a couple of years ago I wasn't into pine scents at all, but they've slowly been growing on me, and I was like, yeah, let me try this one again. It's pine, cinnamon bark, cedar, and juniper is what it says is in it. It's definitely not balsam. It's more like their evergreen candle, like that kind of pine. And the cinnamon, oh, it's good. The cinnamon in it is realistic cinnamon, like you would be smelling an actual cinnamon stick or, you know, cinnamon from your pantry, not red hot cinnamon, like the holiday candle or something. I don't like, and cinnamon and clove buds too, I don't like red hot cinnamon. This is authentic cinnamon with pine. It's really nice. I'm excited to burn this one again. So that's cinnamon pine cone. As for other ones in that iridescent collection, I had wanted to pick up the iced Cranapple, but I just could not do it. I had it in and out of my bag because I was like, I kind of want to review it, but because it's new, but it smelled like farm stand apple to me. A little bit different, but a tweak of farm stand apple, so that same generic apple that they use for everything. The apple that I think is an apple garland this year, and usually it's called farm stand apple, but it also was heirloom apple this year, and it's just this poisony, chemically apple. And the iced Cranapple also smelled like that, perhaps with a little different, almost like there was like a little bit of cranberry pear Bellini in there with the iced Cranapple. Or something else that's even more tart than the farm stand apple. Some people have been saying that it reminds them of frosted cranberry, but I think frosted cranberry is a lot better. So I just couldn't get down with that iced Cranapple. My mom picked up a Snowfall. That one's really pretty. The black tie is really pretty. Like I said, the darker ones are really pretty in this iridescent wrapper. I wish I could say glass, but wrapper. But none of those scents really were my thing. So this was the only one I picked up from the iridescent collection. But speaking of cranberry pear Bellini, I picked up a berry spritzer. And this one reminds me a lot of cranberry pear Bellini. But I first should say, before everyone puts it in the comments, that a million people on Instagram have compared this to Victoria's Secret Love Spell, and I don't know what that is, and I've never smelled it. I don't know if it's a perfume that they have, or a body care that they have, or what it is, but if you've smelled Love Spell by Victoria's Secret, apparently everyone is saying that this smells just like that. But now that I got that out of the way, I can attest to that myself. I should pop in there and smell it, I guess. But to me, this reminds me a lot of cranberry pear Bellini, especially when it's burning. So I will tell you, I got 2 of these, and I don't want to say too much because I'm going to do a post-burn review on all the new ones here. But I did burn this one once, and it smelled even more like cranberry pear Bellini when it was burning than I think it does on cold. It's not an exact repackage, though, because there's berry in it, too. It kind of is like cranberry pear Bellini with berry added. That's what I feel like right now anyway, and I probably need to go back and like burn my cranberry pear Bellini again before I can really do a thorough post-burn review, so I won't say any more about it yet because I've only burned it that one time. But on Cold Sniff too, that's what it reminds me of. It's definitely got a tartness to it, but then like a sweet berry, and I liked it enough that I picked up 2, so hopefully I'll have post-burn reviews up soon for these. And while we're talking about like the plain glass, I didn't get this one Saturday. I got this one a couple of weeks ago, and I was going to do a post-burn review, and then things just got crazy. And now I feel like doing a post-burn review would be kind of pointless because everyone's already burned this and reviewed this at this point, so I don't know that anybody cares about this anymore. But just because I didn't actually do its own review or whatever, I'll just include it in this haul. I haven't talked about it on YouTube yet, only on Instagram. But a couple of weeks ago, I picked up the crushed candy cane, and this one, people were making a lot of comparisons because they have so many mint candles. I mean, they do. There's mint chocolate, there's peppermint marshmallow, there's twisted peppermint, there's There's mint upon mint upon mint, and there's a lot of candles that just have mint as a note. There was the pink peppermint twirl a few years ago, which I thought this might be that based on the notes, and I said as much on Instagram, but it's not. I don't think that this is a repackage of anything, but it's somewhere in between twisted peppermint and peppermint marshmallow. There's not really any kind of marshmallow note in it, but it's like a twisted peppermint that's less intense. Like twisted peppermint is like sinus clearing, right? This isn't that. It's much more subdued. It doesn't throw as well. It's very much just kind of medium throw, and it's sweeter, but it's not that pink peppermint twirl, which had like a toothpaste feel. This is better than that. This is decent if you want a mint candle, but it's nothing spectacular. So more subdued than twisted peppermint. Sweet like peppermint marshmallow, but not marshmallowy, just sweet. And medium throw. That's my review on crushed candy cane, really. I will say that it does smell like candy cane. It does. I think very much on cold, very authentic to the name, and basically maintains that when it's burning. So there's that, if you were curious. Going back to what I picked up on Saturday. One more collection. So I got 3 candles from this little sweatery collection, and of course I had to get a Mary cookie after last year's debacle where there were no Mary cookies to be found anywhere because it only came out like for Candle Day, and the collection is same collection as the butter rum eggnog candle where it just had stupid sayings on it, and I couldn't find one anywhere, and I had like a half a one from the year before that I've been hanging on to, so I had to get another one. And so this has come out many times before, no need to review it or anything, but it is so good. By the way, the little hand cream, I don't have one right here to show you, but you know the little $4 creams, the little like 1 ounces. They have one of those that's Mary Cookie, and I've really been digging that too. And it smells very buttery and good on your hands. And the thing I like about Mary Cookie is that it has that buttery note. And it's very similar to their frosted cupcake and their buttercream icing and those vanilla scents that they put out. But those always feel a little bitter and weird to me. I don't like those scents. And I like Mary Cookie because it smells a little bit more authentic, not as bitter, and the butteriness of this one is just, it's good. So I'm glad that this one is back this year. And then in that same collection, we have a couple new ones. New, maybe. This one I think probably is new. I don't know. Gooey Marshmallow. Gonna have to do a post-burn review on this one because it's reminding me of several things. It's reminding me of the toasted s'mores / bonfire s'mores candle, but maybe like without the graham cracker. I haven't smelled that one in a while, so I'm winging this. I'm going on memory with that. I have it. I could go grab it, but I'll save that for the post-burn review. It is sweeter and more gooey. You can't just use the word that's in the name. That's not what I'm trying to do here. But it smells more like an actual like toasted marshmallow, no graham cracker or chocolate or s'more situation, but just the marshmallow. That's, yeah, gooey. So it's a little like sweeter, I guess, than the marshmallow that's in like peppermint marshmallow, for example. I'm gonna have to burn this, and then I'm gonna have to go to my shelf and look at every marshmallow candle that I have from them and figure out how to compare this. But what I can say right now is it smells just like when you roast a marshmallow and you pull it off the stick and it's all gooey and stretchy. I think it's gonna be a really sweet scent. So I did pick up one of those. I don't know how I feel about it right now. We'll see. And now, finally, Peppermint Brownie. I've already talked a little bit about this one on Instagram. My initial thoughts are that this is at least 90% the same as mint chocolate. Let me grab my mint chocolate. I've got a couple mint chocolates. And again, I'm going to burn this. I'm going to do a post-burn review. So I don't want to say too much right now because then I'll just be repeating myself in the post-burn review. But I haven't burned it yet at this point. But it's so much the same as the mint chocolate. I mean, it's hard to say because this one's been burned and this one hasn't. So sometimes they just change a little after you've burned them. I will have to burn them both. Perhaps Peppermint Brownie is a little sweeter And it has a little bit of kind of like, there's no marshmallow in the note. And the funny thing is there is marshmallow in the note on mint chocolate. And there's not marshmallow in the note on peppermint brownie, but it smells more like marshmallow to me. Because it almost smells like, if I were going to say right now, I'd say peppermint brownie is 90% mint chocolate and 10% peppermint marshmallow. There's just maybe a little something sweeter about the peppermint brownie, and there's a little bit of that marshmallowy scent in there compared to the mint chocolate. But honestly, I think it just smells like a Girl Scout Thin Mint cookie, or perhaps a little bit like mint chip ice cream, which was the picture on this old version of mint chocolate. So I have a lot of burning and comparing to do, but if someone told me that peppermint brownie was actually just a repackage of mint chocolate, I'd be like, okay, yeah, it makes sense. I wouldn't fight that. They're so similar. It's definitely going to be a case of if you like one, you like the other. And I feel like if you have a bunch of mint chocolate from prior years, you probably don't need this one. It's very much the same. But I'm going to burn them and let you know. Maybe they'll be more different when they're burning. I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's good. It's definitely good. I don't think that's not an issue. It's delicious. There was one more in this collection that's new that I didn't get, and it's the Toffee Brittle, and I had to smell that one, but I knew it was probably going to be too sweet for me. One of the notes is maple, but I sniffed it, and I was surprised right away. I said, why does this smell like coconut? Because I hadn't read the notes, and then I looked at the notes, and sure enough, it's like the maple and buttercream and coconut, and I don't think of Toffee Brittle as having coconut in it. I don't know, but I do feel like the coconut really comes through, but also it's really, really sweet. So just another kind of sweet coconutty scent. I didn't feel like I needed that, but that was my thoughts on the Toffee Brittle if you were interested in picking one up. So let's see here. Is there anything else hiding here? No, I don't think so. I think I showed you all of the candles, and then lastly, I'll just show you my iridescent pedestal. So these are $16.50, which is a great thing to use your reward on if you have the app. And I want to say, when I go on the website now, it advertises the app. So maybe they actually finally did it nationwide. Let me know. I know that my market, Chicago area, was like one of the markets that was testing it early. So I've been using it for a while. It is great, except for when I started using that, they stopped sending me coupons. And now they send me coupons, but if I use the paper coupon, it disappears from my app. They're connected for sure. But every $100 that I spend, I get a free item up to $16.50, which is a little more than like their typical free item coupons, and this is exactly $16.50, so it was something good to use it on. And yeah, everything is iridescent now, so it's very pretty. I have another reward, and I'm thinking maybe I want two, I don't know what else I would use the reward on. It expires at the end of November, so if I haven't used it by then, but these probably won't be around that long because they are really gorgeous. My store only had two when I picked this one up, so there was that. So that was it. That was the haul. That's what's been going on. There's the shadow in my face. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry about the lighting. If I didn't do it tonight, if I didn't film tonight, I just didn't know when I was going to be able to do it. So I wanted to pop in and say hi. And so I will be doing post-burn reviews at a minimum on the berry spritzer, the gooey marshmallow, and the peppermint brownie, because those are all new. So stay tuned for those. You can follow me on Instagram where I will give never mind. You can follow me on Instagram where I will do reviews of any little things that just don't warrant an entire video, or I'll just give some preliminary thoughts and all of that. And my Instagram is @candlesandmusic. Thanks for watching, as always. Thanks for your support on Instagram regarding the accident too. You guys overwhelmed me with your support, and I really, really appreciated it because this month has sucked. I'll see you guys later. Bye.